Hey guys, Foxdrop here with another live game commentary from the Season 6 pre-season. So we're playing as Fiddlesticks, Jingle Jangle, and this is a champion who is... People have said that he's always a decent champion, but ever since Magus was removed and Runeglaive was introduced back in Season 5, people have had their doubts and questions about his viability. If you are a die-hard Fiddlesticks player, then you'll probably still find success with him, but overall, it's, people are not so sure whether he's good. My personal opinion, I still think Fiddlesticks is a decent champion, but I would concede that he's probably not as good as he used to be. And I do think that in the preseason, the meta slightly, maybe not even slightly, quite heavily actually, is tilting towards the bruisers, and so champions like Fiddlesticks are probably not as good as their bruiser counterparts. And so this game we're just going to try and play him, and we're going to show you what it's all about. Now I'm going to start with this, well actually first I should say runes and masteries. Runes, for reds, just go magic pen or hybrid pen. Yellows, either AP per level, health per level, or armor. Blues, CDR or AP, and Quints AP. For your masteries, I'm actually 18-12-0, but I really wasn't sure what to use on Fiddlesticks for my masteries. I do think there's different options you can go. Now I'm going to start with my E here, because this allows me to, because it bounces a lot, it actually does a lot of damage on this first camp. And it doesn't really matter how much damage I take from this first camp, because I'm going to heal it back up as soon as I get my drain, which I have now. We are against a Graves jungle, so I don't really think Graves jungle will invade me, so I don't need to be too afraid of him, so we should be fine. But yes, I will try to put the runes on the screen as well, guys, the masteries on the screen, if I remember to. I will try to remember to, but I forgot from my first game, so I don't know, maybe I'll forget for these ones as well, who knows. So yeah, we're just going to take the red buff here. Fiddlesticks does not have any sustain issues. It may look like I'm getting low on health, but it never really matters, because you always just heal it up as soon as you drain things anyway. There is a slight worry here actually that I'm going to run out of mana. I mean, that is a possibility before I go over to the blue buff. If you don't have blue buff, then you can struggle, because Fiddlesticks obviously relies quite heavily on his abilities to sustain in the jungle, because he's a mage. He needs his abilities. I am going to get my I would say I'm going to get another point in my drain here, but looking at this top lane, I kind of maybe I just want to go there to stop this Darius from doing something. And if I do that, if he stays here, then I'm going to get my fear, but looks like he's backing away. Alright, so I'll get another point in my drain, and we'll take away the blue buff here. I did start with the Hunter's Talisman this game. Now honestly, I think on any champion that uses any form of basic attacks, even if they're AP or whatever, or spellcasters, I tend to just go for the machete, because I just think it's a lot stronger than the talisman. But honestly, I don't know, it's not very, the machete, the lifesteal is not useful for Fiddlesticks, so you kind of have to just go for the Hunter's Talisman. And it's, to be honest, it doesn't really matter what you run on Fiddlesticks, because he's going to be fine anyway. You do have to go for a talisman item though. You can't just go for like an amp tome, because you do get extra experience when you have this jungle item, so you do need to choose one. Let me just check. So this gives me plus 15 experience, right? Plus 15, and these give me plus 30. So yeah, you do want to upgrade your you get that jungle upgrade whenever you can, because it does give you a decent bonus / boost, a bonus into your experience, which is quite important. Now Fiddlesticks' early ganking is nothing special. It's pretty bad actually, because your fear doesn't last for very long. You kind of just rely on your laner to make the play. But I'm going to go over here and try for a cheeky little gank on this lane here. May get something going. I'm probably going to loop it all the way around though, just because it allows me to get a slightly better angle on this Ahri before she will see me. So I'm going to come in now. If that lands, which it does, there's the fear, the silence, the drain. Nice. That was close. That was like the last tick of damage. So that was well played. Just about enough right there. So we'll get this, and then we'll recall here. Actually, we'll get the chicken camp, and then we'll recall. I do want to just point out as well the masteries I'm using. I said I was 18-12-0. Again, I'm not entirely sure. I do think Summon Spell cooldown will be really good on Fiddlesticks. However, I also feel like all of the other masteries in the Resolve tree, the last one, are completely useless on Fiddle. So it's almost not worth. You're like wasting 12 points just to get that Summon Spell cooldown. I don't really think it's worth it. So I'm not going to do that. But maybe it is worth it, honestly. So I'm going to go for the Stalker's Blade here. You can do whichever jungle item you want to go for, whether you want to go for Stalker's Blade or Stalker's Blade or Trackers is kind of up to you, I feel. Both of them are fine. Both of them are solid. It's, like I say, it's up to you. Do I want to get boots? In fact, I'm going to go for an Amp Tome, and then I'm going to get a ward. You know, you could go for boots. I remember in season 2, I was a pretty good Fiddlesticks player. I remember watching some guy. I can't remember what his name was, but he was French. He was French, and I talked to him, and I asked him how he played his Fiddlesticks because he just played it all the time. And what he did, this was before Hunter's Machete was even in the game. He would start with, it was either Dawn's Ring or an Amp Tome. I can't remember. Maybe it was even boots actually. But he would rush tier 2 boots like almost instantly. He would get Sorcerer's Shoes. That was like his first bag. His first item was Sorcerer's Shoes, and he used movement speed Quints as well. And that was the first champion I used movement speed Quints on. The first time I thought that it would be, you know, first time I was really introduced to it as a tactic. Oh, there comes the grave. Don't know whether I'm not going to get there in time. I'm not even going to bother. And yeah, he would just run around, and he really, really, really valued move speed on his Fiddlesticks. Now, I think that move speed is still an important stat. It allows you to catch up to people, and specifically it's very useful. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's very useful for when you've got your ultimate down, because obviously if you have your ult up and you've got move speed, then you can chase people and you can catch them in your ulti and do loads of damage to them. I'm going to hold mid lane here because my mid laner went to gank top lane, so I may as well soak up the free gold and experience here. There we go. But yeah, I mean, flat damage is also very important on Fiddlesticks as well. Now, I don't think that Runeglaive is a very good, useful, decent jungle enchant on Fiddlesticks. I wouldn't even bother getting it, honestly. I feel like it's just worth skipping the jungle enchant and going straight for the like Zhonya's or Death Cap. So yeah, I'm not sure. What you just happened? Oh, hello. Nope, that is someone. I was like, am I seeing things? Or nope, that is a person. So what you just saw there is pretty standard Fiddlesticks gank. You want to channel your ultimate from the bush. You definitely, like, rule number 1 with Fiddlesticks is if you can afford not to, do not channel your ultimate in vision where the enemies can see you. That almost always leads to disaster, because if they can see you channeling your ulti, then they can run away from you, and you're not going to be able to make a play, and you're not going to be able to get it going down. So if you channel your ulti while you're in the bush, and then fear them, and then as soon as the fear's over, you channel your, you cast your silence so that they still can't flash away from you. And then, as you saw there as well, I cast my smite on them so that if I had to chase them, I could, and they wouldn't be able to run away from me very fast either. And while all that's going down, once you don't want to just, a big mistake people make is they try too hard to drain people while your ult's up. Yes, that improves your DPS, obviously, if you're draining them. But your number 1 priority is to just make sure that the enemy laner is tanking as much damage, or your target, or whatever it is tanking as much damage from your ulti as possible. Because that is what does the really huge damage. And also, it's not just about making them tank all that damage just like immediately. It's thinking about the position in which they're going to take even more damage. And what I mean by that is obviously, so if they're feared, you want to walk into them and then start walking towards where they're going to be running away, where their escape would be, so that you can predict, alright, if they use their escape here, if they flash away here, this is the direction they're going to be flashing, and this is where I'm going to have to be in order to prevent them from just running away out of my ultimate. So that's usually more important. You only want to use your drain when you know that, okay, I can get a good few seconds of my drain off and I'm in a good position where they will still take loads of damage from my ulti. So I'm going to, whoops, I cancelled my drain there. I'm going to take the blue buff here. It's really nice that we have a Riven mid lane, because blue buff on Fiddlesticks is very important, I feel, especially now that Ranger's Trailblazer has been removed. To be honest, Ranger's Trailblazer, it wasn't a must-have item on Fiddlesticks, because Stalker's Blade is very good on him for your ultimate. But it was useful just to improve your AoE clears, because Fiddlesticks sometimes will struggle with just spending too much time finishing off the minis, unless he wants to spam his E, which would cost a lot of mana. So the Rangers helped with that, and of course the mana regen that you got from the Rangers Trailblazer kind of tipped you over the edge and was very useful. So I'm going to just see whether or not I can make a cheeky play in this bot lane here. I don't know if this is warded. If it is, then I'll be in a bit of trouble. Two things I want to note as well is that I probably should have a sweeper here. Having a sweeper on Fiddlesticks is really important because plays you make on him all revolve... Holy crap, that killed him. Plays you make on Fiddlesticks all revolve around the vision that people have. So here we go. I'm going to walk up to him. I'm going to fear him, and then as soon as the fear is starting to run out, that's not going to kill me. I'm going to flash anyway. Okay. Alrighty then. Whatever. Okay, that wasn't even close. Fair enough. That just happened. Cool beans. Holy crap. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm surprised that I failed that flash so miserably, and it didn't even kill me. It wasn't even close. And I'm going to heal off the Scuttle Crabs. Scuttle Crabs honestly are a jungler's best friend in Season 6. If you are playing a champion who you feel like has a really crappy early clear or whatever, then Scuttle Crab will help you with that. And if you ever need to heal up, Scuttle Crab helps you, and you get bonus experience from bonus experience from Scuttle Crab because the machete gives you like extra experience now. I actually could be very screwed here. Yeah, just a tad. Alright, my bad. So yeah, the Scuttle Crab is very useful. Now, I'm actually going to rush the tier 2 boots here. Actually, I'm going to go for a pink ward because I do want to take that dragon soon. I can do that, so I will take that soon. The tier 2 boots now, the move speed, very useful. Very, very useful. But I will be getting, you know, I rushed this Easy Large Rod because damage is very important on Fiddlesticks as well. And Sorcerer's Shoes, it does give you a lot of damage, but being able to run around and just, you know, go to places and make more plays is good as well. Moby Boots actually are a good choice on Fiddlesticks too, so it's kind of up to you which one you want to go for, whether you want to go for the Sorcerer's Shoes or the Moby Boots. Moby Boots are cheaper than Sorcerer's Shoes by a significant amount, by 300 gold. So if you can't afford Sorcerer's Shoes, then Moby Boots will suffice. But it's also kind of up to you, like I said, it's preference. And I think I would argue that in most situations, it's probably better to go for the Sorcerer's Shoes. This is definitely going to be a dragon attempt here, I would say. I want to wait till my ultimate's up before I make a play here though, because the difference between me with my ult up and with it down is pretty large. I've got a feeling Janna's going to ward this bush. Please go for dragon. Please do it. No? Pussy. They should go for it. If they go for that, I'm going to ult in and I'm going to destroy all of them. Yeah, nice. Alright. So yeah, it's a shame my ult wasn't up then, but it's all good. Cooldown reduction as well on Fiddlesticks. It's very... what you want to buy on Fiddlesticks, I'm probably confusing you by saying this stuff, because what you buy on Fiddlesticks is very, very up to you. I do feel like Zhonya's Hourglass is a core item on him, but apart from that, I feel like you can get a lot of stuff. It's... Either you want to just rush a huge amount of damage, or you want to rush, like focus on the move speed element of Fiddlesticks so you can run around and make lots of plays. And lastly, if I can, you know, throw another one in there. Lastly, cooldown reduction. Now, support fiddle back in the day used to be a thing. It hasn't been a thing for a while, but it used to be a thing. So to an extent, you know, you can argue that it's always, you know, a possibility. However, you don't really see it too much on jungle Fiddlesticks, but it is a thing, because the more fears you can get off, the sooner your ultimate's up. It's pretty cool. So we're gonna ult here. Gonna fear him, and then as soon as the fear runs out, of course, follow up with the silence, not allowing them to use any escapes for as long as possible. Which is very, very important. Now I'm going to pink ward this, and we're going to go and do the dragon. Don't start using your drain until dragon obviously has triggered, because else he'll interrupt you with his little like awakening animation. If you have blue buff, doing dragon becomes infinitely easier. I don't have blue buff, but I should still be able to get this. Just take me a little longer. In the meantime, we can just watch bot lane do their thing, probably die. Worth. Come on. Come on, mana. You know what would be really funny is if they knew I was doing this and he just came over and he just killed me. There we go. With blue buff, that would be a lot easier. See, obviously, with Fiddlesticks' drain, you don't lose any health doing anything. Let's take this away. Oh, can I get it in time? I don't have any mana to, like, zone this guy. Oh, alright then. I wanted to fear him and smite him so Riven could go in and make the play, but then everyone showed up, so yeah, let's not do that. If I had mana, man, I could do something here, but I don't. I'm going to bounce the crows off the scuttle crab. Please don't pull me. Please don't pull me. Please have mercy. Alright, I'm alive. Good stuff. Now these guys want to rotate and do the dragon play, because it's the perfect time, because we have 2 people dead. But you can't do it, because I just took it. No dragon for you, my friend. Alright, let's get the Zhonya's here. Can't afford it. Okay, that's annoying. How much am I off by? 100? Oh, really? Oh, I thought it was 1750. Maybe I'm just an idiot. Whatever. We'll get it soon. My ultimate's up in 25 seconds. Whenever you're playing a champion who has a very high impact ultimate, such as Fiddlesticks, or Rengar, or Vi, then Nocturne, anyone, you know, there's loads of a lot of junglers are like that, to be honest, apart from, you know, Nidalee, Elise, who don't even have ultimates, and to an extent Lee Sin, whose ultimate's always on a reload cooldown even at rank 1, but anyway, whenever you do have your ultimate up, you want to try and make a play, you want to try and do something, and Fiddlesticks is one of those champions who you want to do stuff when your ultimate's up. When your ult's up, you essentially get a free kill wherever you want to go. When it's down, then things are a very different story. Now, this Ari is a free kill for me, but I do want to get rank. I'm almost level 11, and having level 11 compared to being level 10 is a big deal, because it gives you rank 2 of your ultimate. Rank 2 of your ultimate increases the damage you do. So instead of 112 damage each second, I'm now doing 225. And it, of course, reduces the cooldown by 10 as well, which is nothing to sniff at. But having an extra 100 damage per second, how long does it last for? It doesn't say, actually. 5 seconds. It lasts for 5 seconds, so that's an extra 500 damage when you're from rank 1 to rank 2, which is a lot. I can dive this. I'm going in. Oh wow, I misplayed this so hard. I don't know what I did here, but the pathing here was terrible. I think I right-clicked her rather than clicking next to her. So you saw there a good example of how not to use Fiddlesticks' ultimate. What you want to do for Fiddlesticks' ultimate is, like I say, cast the ulti and then just run next to them and just make your ultimate do all the damage. What I did there was I cast my ulti, but I didn't actually use it for the damage. Like I think I right-clicked on him, and so I was auto-attacking him. And my auto-attack range is larger than my ultimate range. So I ended up just, yeah, I ended up just hitting her and not actually walking next to her, which was very ugly. Very ugly indeed, but it's okay, we got away with it, so it's fine. Tower diving, Fiddlesticks. I think Fiddlesticks is one of the best tower divers in the game. I would say potentially, maybe an exception to that would be Aatrox, potentially, because Aatrox has his passive, so that he literally can't die. He can tank a tower up and then, well, he dies to the tower and then just drops the tower go with his passive, so yeah, but Fiddlesticks, one of the reasons he's so good is just because if you catch someone under the tower, they're pretty much dead, almost guaranteed. I think I'm gonna go for, I don't know what I'm gonna go for next. I might go, Riley's is okay on him, but I kind of just want more damage, so I'm just gonna go for a Void Staff, not Void Staff, a Blasting One for now, and we'll see what I want to build it into, because I can go Blasting One into a lot of stuff, Abyssal, or Death Cap, and I mean, yeah, I don't know, we'll see. At the end of the day, as long as you're building AP, it doesn't really matter what you get. You don't really want to be getting Void Staff on Fiddlesticks. Void Staff as an item is not that useful on Fiddle. Whenever you want to get Void Staff, think to yourself, no, I'm getting an Abyssal instead. The reason for that is because Abyssal Scepter is essentially what a Void Staff is, except, well, sorry, let me rephrase this. Void Staff, Abyssal does what Void Staff does for Fiddle, but better because of his passive. His passive is essentially an Abyssal. Reduces the magic resist of nearby enemies by a flat amount, which is exactly what Abyssal does. So you kind of want to get the flat pen there as well, and the Abyssal with Sorcerer's Shoes and your passive is a lot of penetration, a lot of flat pen. So it really destroys squishies. So I'm going to sit in this bush and just wait. Really, the core concept of playing a Fiddlesticks is finding good positions to use your ultimate and the element of surprise. That's why Sweeper is so important, because and the chicken buff, of course, is because if you are seen, then you become significantly less impactful with your ultimate, because if they can see where you're coming from, then you're not going to make the play. Please don't scare her off. Here we go, boys. Oh, good general. One of the reasons why Janna is so strong versus Fiddlesticks. I flashed in and ate a charm. Are you kidding me? That was unfortunate. I flashed and ate a charm. Sad boys. Alrighty then. Yeah, Janna's good versus Fiddle for that reason, but anyone who can displace Fiddlesticks during his ultimate is generally quite good versus him. Lee Sin is okay versus him, and Lee Sin's actually quite a hard matchup for Fiddlesticks because Lee Sin can also beat him in the early game. A lot of damage there to overpower him with. But yeah, that was kind of unfortunate. I flash in just so I'm in the middle of them with my ulti, and then I just eat a charm. That really sucks. So I can't use my Zhonya's or anything because I'm just dead. So yeah, that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks just a little bit. Just a little bit. Slash a huge amount. Yeah. But it's okay. We got like what? It's still worth it. I mean, I died, but we killed pretty much all of them. So that's alright. We're almost not up for a little while. I don't really think I want to invest money into CDR. I don't know, man. I could do it. It's not a terrible idea. I guess it just depends, obviously, whether you want that bigger punch or whether you want to be able to punch more frequently. But that's just a summary of CDR in general, I guess. Do it, Graves. I've got no ultimate, so I'm going to walk this way around. He's probably going to smite this, so he'll see. Oh. Oh, good juke. Don't run that way. Okay, I don't think he could have made that any more awkward for us. So if I smite him and then I drain him... Am I in trouble here? I'm in trouble here. Do I have... Oh, no. That was very, very awkward. Oh, there's another guy here. So sadly, what happened there was Graves wasn't actually doing the wolf camp, but he was just walking this way. So, firstly, that was the first problem. Secondly, when Thresh made the play, he didn't lantern me in, and we were separated there. So that was awkward. But yeah, I mean, that was... Yeah, we kind of needed to both go around either... Well, we need... Yeah, I don't know. When you've got a Thresh, it's not really a problem that you go around separate ways because he can just drag you towards him. But it was important that we both didn't go the same way, just because then he would just run away from us if he wanted to. So that was kind of unfortunate, but whatever. It's all good. It's not a problem. It's not like that's going to turn the game or anything like that. And again, you can kind of see the difference between a Fiddlesticks with his ult up and down. Because that guy, this Graves... Actually, I think that was his true grit or something. I don't know what it was, but he really didn't take any damage, so that was a bit lame. But yeah, I mean, it was whatever. Thresh was also on like 0 health, so that doesn't help. I'm gonna take this blue buff. We can do dragon as well at any point, really. Mundo's very good at taking dragon because of his Baron, sorry, not dragon, because his Q does like percentage health damage and just destroys people. We also have a pretty fed Riven who can do a lot of damage to it too. And I'm Fiddlesticks, so I can tank it for days. I'm going to ignore the Skull Crab and stuff and just go to the top here with Mundo. If Mundo's knocking down on the doors of an inhibitor, then I want to be there to support him and to help him and to make the play. It looks like he's strong enough to make the play, and to be honest, I am as well when my ult's up, so yeah, if I'm around, then we should be okay. But we also need a good position to do it in, because if I can't get over the wall, then I'm kind of screwed. And again, this is the problem with not having a sweeper. Again, this bush is warded. They know I'm around here. I can't get a good ultimate off. Now we're fortunate enough that we can just bully this wave down, but especially if you're playing from behind on Fiddlesticks, you really got to find good... What the hell? That range. Good opportunities to use your sneaky ultimate. Oh, shoots the charm. They would have to be exceedingly stupid to walk into me here. To like let me just... Oh wow. Unfortunate Ari. To let me ult into them, they're not going to do that. So I'm not going to get an ult off here. Like, no way am I going to be able to get an ult off here. It's not going to happen. Ow. What the hell? Graves, please. Alright, let's get this in him down. We should be able to push and win here, I think. I can just channel my ult and try and dive here, but I'm going to do it. I don't think Graves even sees me here, so yeah. That works. You look so cool when you're in the ultimate on this skin. Didn't even get to use my Zhonya's this game. I didn't even need to. I got to use it once, and I still died, and the only time I actually needed it, I was chain CC, so I couldn't use it. Goddamn. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. We didn't get to do too much, but you can see what Fiddle's all about here. If you did like it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe to me for more educational content. You can find me on Facebook, on Twitter, and catch me streaming as well on Twitch. All those links are in the description, guys. But most importantly, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video.